Hi everyone, welcome back for another Beyblade Burst Turbo unboxing, and today we're going to be having a look at Hazard Kerbeus K4. So here he is, looking nice and green. So we'll go over to the back to our listed parts for him. We've got a little symbol and colouring indicating that he is a defensive type of bay, and then down below is our energy layer, so another symbol letting us know that it's right spinning. And then below that we've got our forge disc, so that's going to be the 7 forge disc. And then our performance tip, so the Slingshock version of Atomic for that, so Atomic S. And then on the right we've got a stat here, so we've got 1 to attack, 1 to burst, 11 to defense, which is why it would be a defensive type of bay, 6 to weight, so that's a decent amount of weight, 2 to agility and 2 to stamina. And below that another stat for our performance tip Slingshock mode, so 4 to power and 2 to speed. So I'm not going to be moving that fast when in Slingshock mode, but it will be packing a bit of a punch anyway. Alright, well that's it for the packaging, and let's get this guy opened up and have a closer look at everything. Okay, everything is out onto our table, and I'm going to start with the usual, which is our energy layer. Alright, here we go, our Hazard Kerbeus energy layer, and you can see why it is a rather defensive type of layer. It does have a bit of offense to it. We've got these pointed sections either side here, and there are some teeth on these parts. It's also got a gimmick, so I can push in these 2 bits either side there with the teeth on them, and they provide a bit of spring back, so that would cushion some of the incoming blows, as well as possibly getting a little bit of pushback, probably not that much though, because they don't feel like the strongest springs. And then the differences between this and the Takira Tomy one, we've got some coloring differences. So I don't actually have my Takira Tomy one here to do a side-by-side comparison, but this definitely looks a lot lighter in the coloring with these clear sections here. And then I think these eyebrows on that middle head there would be red on the TT one. And then of course these metal looking chains aren't metal at all, they are just plastic, where on Takira Tomy they are made of metal. But I didn't really expect that, especially with these earlier turbo bays where the majority of them have that metal taken away from them, and they only put some in towards the end of the series release. So yeah, other than that, looks pretty sweet. We'll flip him over, and there is our slope. So Hasbro has the slope system where TT have teeth. We've got our QR code there. If you do not have it, I'm just going to keep it in focus there so you can grab that guy. And that's it for the energy layer. Let's have a look at our forge disc. So that forge disc is going to be the 7 forge disc for this bay. It's an offensive defensive style of forge disc depending on what bay you put it on, and it's not going to come in contact with an opposing bay too much because the energy layers overhang them quite a ways, but you can add a frame to it to increase the chance of contact. It's got a little bit of weight to it, so it's about average compared to some of the other forge discs out there, and it's bounced rather well, even though it doesn't look like it's evenly bounced. It actually is. And so that's it for our disc. Let's get a look at the driver next, or performance tip, sorry. And that tip's going to be Atomic S. And the way Atomic S works is it's got a free spinning frame here with some small teeth on it to provide a bit of grip, surrounding a bearing in the middle, a ball bearing in the middle there, which is free to move as well. And because it is a Atomic S, that means it's got a Slingshock mode change, and you can initiate that by flicking this tab to the right and then lifting him up and shifting it across to the right a little bit further to lock it in place, and that raises that frame, giving you your Slingshock mode, and that's still free spinning. So that's why our stats indicated that it doesn't have a huge amount of speed for a Slingshock tip, because that frame will still have some movement to it. And our differences between this one and the Takira Tomy version, other than that mode change, are going to be a small size difference. So with that size difference we'll get some weight, a loss of weight, but yeah, you'll notice that it's got a much larger ball bearing in the center of it with the TT1, making that frame quite a bit wider as well. And then that'll be pretty much it for those differences. They both got the white tab, so the spring strength is pretty much identical between the two. And that's it. So let's piece him together now and have a feel of how strong these slopes are. We're partially assembled, and let's have a feel at how strong of a slopes we get. And okay, that's always nice. I actually always like it when it confuses you whether you've got it on right or not to start with. So that's a good indicator that we're going to get a decent amount of grip from these slopes, and it's yeah, it definitely feels that way. So that's I would give that above average with slope strength there, and especially when it comes to the end section before he comes off. Alright, well, okay, the last thing left to do is get our stadium out and check out the performance in both modes, and I might just throw a quick one round battle in there as well. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off with the Slingshock mode disengaged, and 3, 2, 1, let it rip. There we are. Wow, spinning nicely. I like that sound that it's producing. Excellent. Oh, that has got a good amount of speed to it. A nice smooth action, so that bearing is running rather well. Okay, I'm pretty impressed with that. Let's switch it up to our Slingshock mode. Engaging that Slingshock mode, so to the left, up, and to the left, and 3, 2, 1, let it rip. There we are. Up onto the rails a fair amount of times there, and that had an alright amount of lastability to it because of that frame being able to free spin. So nice. I really like how this guy performs. Alright, let's do a quick one round battle. And for that battle I've chosen Fornius Rip Fire version. So it also has a little ball bearing, and the frame isn't free spinning those surrounding it, but it can raise up just like Kerbeus. But we're only going to do one round, and we're going to keep it out of that Slingshock mode. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Nice. Good contact there from Hazard, putting Fornius out of the stadium, and another nice hit, taking him out for a KO victory. Very good. Okay, so looking forward to some battles with this guy. That is it from me. I hope you liked the video, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.